Folk can say what they want to say about me, but I'm standing on a word that the Lord gave me some time ago. I may not know all the sublime subjects. I may not know how to do it like Paul. I may not know how to sing it like angels. But God gave me a word. He told me, don't worry about your enemies, because in the meanwhile, I'm going to make your enemies at peace with you. Get your neighbor by the hand and say, neighbor, I don't know how you feel about it. The meek shall inherit the earth. In the meanwhile, while they're digging their ditches, while they're saying those things about me that are not true, maligning my name, I'm glad in the meanwhile I heard somebody say, blessed when men shall revile you and say all evil falsely for my name's sake. He told you, I'm going to sit my black self down now. He told you, rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward. So persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Look at somebody and say, neighbor, we're living in the meanwhile. Folk are running their mouth, but in the meanwhile, God is running his business. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I don't know how you feel about it. In the meanwhile, while everybody is having breakdowns, I'm going to have a breakthrough. Get out of your seat and say, neighbor, I know I'm not the preacher tonight, but I can tell you that God was there when they tried to pull the rug from under my feet. God was there when the bottom fell out. God was there when interest rates got funny. God was there when my money got funny and my change acted strange. But I'm so glad. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I'm so glad that I serve a God that told me in the meanwhile, have you not heard? Have you not known? The creator of the ends of the earth fainted not, neither is any searching of his understanding. Why don't you tell me to shut up in here? He giveth power to the faint, and them that have no might increases strength. The youth and the young men shall utterly fall. But look at your neighbor and say, but they that wait in the meanwhile, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. I want somebody to get somebody by the hand and say, neighbor, I don't know. I don't know how you feel about it, but right about now, I feel a breakup in here. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I gotta close this message, but tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, I got one more thing I gotta tell you. After hearing this word today, let me set the record straight. Yes! Oh, y'all don't want to talk back to me. Say, neighbor, same suit. Don't get used to seeing me speaking in the same tongues. Look at somebody and say, neighbor, don't get used to seeing me riding in the same car, because I heard the prophet say, and it came to pass in the meanwhile. In the meanwhile, God gave me a house that I didn't build. In the meanwhile, vineyards that I didn't plant. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, he's talking about the meanwhile. Between the time your next blessing comes. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, what are you going to do? Shall I tell you what I'm going to do? I'm going to delight myself in the Lord, and He's going to give me, the desires of my heart. Do I have anybody that believes you're in the meanwhile? Get your neighbor by the hand and say, neighbor, I don't know how you get along a little bit. You ain't got to call yourself a preacher to who. Say, neighbor, I don't know how you feel about it, but in the meanwhile, everything that God said I can have, I'm going to have it. Do I have anybody that believes this is your word today? Well, say, neighbor, neighbor, in the meanwhile, I'm going to be blessed in the field. I'm going to be blessed. Yes. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I don't know how you feel about it, but in the meanwhile, my God shall supply some of my needs according to his riches and glory. Look at your neighbor and say, ooh, say, neighbor, I don't know how you feel about it, but in the meanwhile, vengeance is mine. Look at somebody and say, neighbor, I'm working in the workforce around manipulating managers, suspicious supervisors, crafty co-workers, but I got a word from the Lord. Yes, yeah, I got a word from the Lord, and that word said today, in the meanwhile, I said, in the meanwhile, I wish above all things that you what? Even as you will get your neighbor by the